Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading for June 2022. This will be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Those intuitively guided to the reading. You may be checking on the energy of an Aquarius. Whatever brought you, I want to say welcome. So glad you're here. So I just, was thinking about your bonus reading I did for May, and I titled it Soulmates to the Right of You, Jokers to the Left, because I felt that there was an untrustworthy energy, but yet I also felt that there was a loving energy. So that was just a couple weeks ago. So we'll see if that continues, if they talk to each other. And then you have your monthly. I should have looked back for May, but I'll connect all those for you. Okay, let's get into your reading. I'm going to bring this lid down a little bit. We're going to start with our Mother Mary Oracle, and then we are going to use the Luminous Tarot and the Tarot of Dreams. So let's start with Mother Mary. As you know, everything is already shuffled, but I like to give it a couple shuffles with you here. Let's give it a cut. And let's begin. We have a Sagittarius full moon for the month of June. That's good. I think they call that the strawberry moon. It's very uplifting type energy, action-oriented. So a lot different than some of the moons that we've been having. Okay, there's way too many. We have health. Health. I don't even know the last time I got this card. Health. My prayers for healing miracles have been heard and answered. My prayers for healing miracles have been heard and answered. Health. We'll read that at the end of the reading. But right now we're going to go ahead and just see how it plays into our reading. We're going to use the Tarot of Dreams next. Again, we'll give it a shuffle or two. All right, I think I'm going to shuffle for your cards. So let's begin the tarot portion. June, though time is fluid, we're looking for the energy. Okay, well, So the Tower flipped itself around in the deck, so it was face up. Made sure I could see it. I know that's, that feels like, sandy, but it is the first card. So I feel like this has already happened. And remember, the Tower is just energy that, can feel unexpected. I feel like a lot of times we feel it, though. It can feel destructive. Sometimes you're receiving the Tower, sometimes you're giving the Tower, sometimes it's universal. When the universe is saying, okay, it's time to move along. So I was thinking of a song, Move Along, Little Lamb, Move Along. What I like about that tower, though, is that tower is made of gold, and I think like the hand of God is the only one that could really destroy it. We have the Eight of Swords. So this tower, this previous tower is affecting you, let's just say, probably in your mental thoughts. Eight of Swords is a self-created prison. It's showing us what it's from. It's from the Tower. Someone has not healed this past tower energy, you know, or you're shielding yourself from future tower energy, but it's just not the way to do it, because you'll never see it coming in this type of energy. Like, you're better to be completely aware, my eyes wide open, than here she's like hiding away from the world. We all know why, right? We've all been in this energy. But it doesn't mean that it serves us, because the 8 is about allowing yourself to have a new beginning. That's what the 8 stands for, new, fresh beginning. But first we have to deal with these, you know, I have to know that I'm putting walls up due to this tower. We have the 2 of Pentacles. All right. So it looks like something's presenting itself to you, and this is where you know, like, my decision making on one side again is the Tower and the 8 of Swords. Let's see what comes on the other side of that. They call the 2 of Pentacles the juggler. But I feel like he knows how to juggle. Like, that's his specialty. This is really a decision of something, will it expand my world or will it not? On this side, I'm thinking it won't. Let's see what comes on the other side. We have the Palace of Swords. And then we have the Empress. Beautiful. So, you know, I feel like the Empress is coming out, guys, because the Empress is, you know, the Empress and the Empress and the Emperor are the energy that's going to learn, that's going to expand because of these towers. You know, towers, again, can feel destructive, but sometimes they're moving us in place, right? We look back, like, as we're going through it, it doesn't feel like it. But when we look back, right, we're in our new environment now, and everything's starting to feel good again. And when we look back, we understand it. That's what the Empress does. She's seeking the wisdom within all lessons. Easy, hard, good, bad. The Empress is very creative. She could take that tower and turn it into a I'm thinking like she's embroidering a towel. The Empress understands that she's receiving epiphanies, you know, we can say from above, but let's just say from your spiritual team, which I feel we're all connected. But your particular spirit guides who are here to help you along this journey, this earthly journey. The Empress is someone who knows that she's receiving signs, and will put these signs into action. And you know, this is the perfect full moon for that. Okay, let's keep going. I want to see what comes up under this 8. It's funny, you're getting like one card at a time. We have the Fool. There is something that you want to take a chance on. But in the same breath, I feel like it's like you're afraid to take a chance. The Fool, like, you know, it's interesting because the 8 of Swords is the opposite of the Fool's energy. Let's just be honest. The Fool's looking outward, like, at all that can be. The 8 of Swords, I'm inward, almost like, you know, isolating from the world. You know, protecting myself from the world. The Fool's like, let me loose into the world. I love the Empress right next to the Fool because it tells me that I'm taking this wisdom of not just this lifetime, but every lifetime. And that's what this is about, right? As we learn these soul lessons, we've learned them for eternity. Sometimes we're cutting karmic ties, and yes, it's for us, but I feel like it's also for generations ahead. Like, if we look at it like that, right? This tie that I cut, I'm really cutting it for my future children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, great-great-grandchildren. So anyways, let's keep going. We have the Nine of Wands, and then we have the Three of Swords. Interesting. I feel like there's something that's presenting itself. I feel like it's an opportunity to begin anew, whatever that may mean for you. Now, I feel like, you know, we don't want to put on rose-colored glasses. This is saying that, you know, your attention to something is important. Like, you know, especially with the Nine of Wands here, is about not giving up, right? But not giving up on yourself. Nine, I feel like, is an independent type energy. So not giving, you know, and knowing that if this is something I want to create in any facet, if this is something I want to create, and I'm willing to put in the work or the intention, you know what I mean? Then it's saying that I'm going to grow it. This feels like a very clear yes or no type answer. I'm either going to or I'm not. The Empress is being mirrored by the Three of Swords. This Three of Swords is coming under the Palace of Swords. Now tells me why this Eight of Swords is here and the Tower. I feel like the Palace of Swords is talking about an environment, perhaps toxic. Normally the Palace is a good energy, but for some reason, well, especially with the Three of Swords here, I feel like for some of you, this is talking about like your whole lifetime. Like your whole lifetime, there's been a certain type of communication, you know. And listen, it could have started with my parents, then moved to my first boyfriend and girlfriend, and so on and so forth, and then my husband and wife, and the next one. You know, it just kept moving on, and it's a cycle. It is a cycle. Tower is mirroring that. So even though the Tower again is difficult energy, now I can see its blessing. Now I see it. So any decisions, you know, what you want to ask yourself in this reading is, when I'm adding something new into my life, am my decisions coming from fear, or are they coming from wisdom? Anyway, I feel like this Three of Swords is just talking about, I feel like it's, you know, for some of you, I feel like it's just your whole life. But listen, maybe you're really meant to find yourself in that energy. Again, I don't know. In a way, and this is not to scare you, but I feel like if I am kind of hiding away, doing nothing, afraid to take, but listen, at the same time, something's showing, something, you know, something you have to consider. But I feel like, you know, if I stay in the Eight of Swords energy, then that's just going to go, it's just going to go right by me, right? Because I'm saying no. Okay, let's keep going. Well, we have the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You know, it's hard to love again when you've been hurt in love, especially if you've been hurt over and over in love. But if you have been hurt over and over, this is where you really want to take note of, like, what is going on in my life? What's going on in my energy? And it's not to put the blame on you, but we attract like-minded energy. So if our vibration is at a certain level, well, that's what's coming in. Now, of course, there's going to be soulmates that come in that are going to help give you a hand up. And listen, it doesn't always mean it's pleasant. And I feel like that's what the Tower is doing. In a way, it's giving you a hand up. It's almost like I can't hide in this little world anymore. But this is a good thing, not a bad thing. It may feel like, but I'm telling you, still, it's a good thing. Okay. Ace of Cups. unconditional love. Let's give the Luminous Tarot a shuffle or two, and then let's bring it in. And let's go deeper. I'm glad that we have the Ace of Cups here, and you know, I can't help but notice the Ace of Cups and the Tower. And I didn't need to see the Ace of Cups to tell me that previously, you know, that you've been in pain, you know, that you've had a lot of like thoughts, you know, you know, not everybody, but like negative. I don't know if I want. Well. It's almost like I want love again, but I am so afraid of it at the same time. This is what it's saying you don't need to be. Think about you and where's your vibration, and can you bring yourself to the Fool's energy? If you can bring yourself to the Fool's energy, I'm telling you, if love is meant to come in next, you want it to come in this energy, not in this energy. First of all, the Eight of Swords is your self-created prison. Other people may read that as like, whew, this person's just not interested at all. Even if you might be, right? Because that's an energy that's being portrayed forward. Someone can feel that. We can feel it. That's what I'm saying. All right, let's look at this. Did I cut these? I think I did. Maybe I didn't. Let's cut them. All right, let's start at the beginning. It's funny, I like how the Tower is now like, it looks like it's separating itself from this reading. Well, hello. All face up. Let's take note of that. I see the wheel. All right, we have the Knight of Swords. I'm bringing this back. We have the Six of Wands. Well, that's victorious energy. We have the Five of Swords. Well, you know, Five of Swords is that it is about the toxicity of other people. And I don't know. I mean, I feel like this Knight is coming in. Listen, first of all, I feel like whatever the Tower is, it's showing that not only can you overcome it, and you will. Sometimes it takes time. It's just time. But keep your mind busy, right? Get into your creative self, and that time will move much quicker. So anyways, I feel like... you know, it feels like you're finding your voice again. Like you're finding yourself again. Like you're having realizations, and it's bringing real clarity to you. This is a really good thing, by the way. This 5 talks about change, right? Change. So if I accept what's ever coming in this 2 of Pentacles, it means that there is a change. But it's a good one. First of all, these 2 people are looking right at each other. Victory, right? We have the Ace of Swords. Feels like some type of communication coming in. It's interesting. I'm looking at this palace, and almost it looks like an antenna to me. And then the Ace of Swords. That could mean like it's coming over the phone. Like something's coming in outside of what was. So what I'm saying, what I mean by that is who's ever in the energy of that 5 of Swords, even if it's someone from the past, that energy, once, boom, once I change it, once I close it, once I see it, listen, once I see it, I can no longer deny it, right? And then if I no longer deny it, then I'm going to put some type of action or change. So anyways, it feels to me when that change happens, boom, that's when this ace, that's when some type of communication. Well, hello, Will. It's your destiny. Coming over the Empress. You know, I'm finding this, well, I've been finding this ever since I started doing tarot. It's taught me a lot. I look at it as energy, really, more than anything. And it's taught me like the importance of energy and my own energy and manifesting, you know, like truly how to manifest. So anyways, I love the wheel over the Empress. It tells me that even the difficult journeys that you've been through have taught you well. They've taught you well. Let's talk about the Empress also, because we have so much opposite type energy that opened the reading, right? But nonetheless, here is this ace. Here's this ace. What was I going to say? But here's this Ace of Cups, right? Here's this Ace of Cups. So I really feel like this is saying that some of you are really going to be making a choice in love. And some are going to go for it and some are not. And I feel like those who are not are going to stay in their Eight of Swords. I don't feel like that's many of you. I really don't. And I feel like that is temporary and nothing that any of us can do, right? Because that's self-created. Only one who can uncreate it is you. But with the energy of being victorious over it, not just that. Listen, I feel like many times when we take our heartaches and we analyze it, let's say, with the mindset of the Empress, we start to understand the big picture of it all. And that makes life easier because it lets you know that you can overcome really just anything, really anything. And the wheel here is telling me that this energy is about getting you to know that about yourself. Here you don't, because in the Empress would never be in the Eight of Swords energy. She doesn't need to be. She trusts her energy so much that she doesn't need to put any fences before her. Listen, sometimes you're learning what you don't want. What I do not want in love. I thought I wanted that. But holy shit, I do not want that again. Look at this. We have the Ace of Cups. It did come in reverse. And I kind of feel it both ways. I feel it's kind of like the Hangman. You know, being like showing in reverse. It's still here, right? It's still here. And look at this. It's still matched. Here is the Ace of Cups. Here is another Ace of Cups. Coming right over the Fool's energy. It's showing you that this energy, the beginning, listen, it just does not serve you. It doesn't. It doesn't serve you. This energy is night and day. I don't even know what to say about it. We have the Seven of Swords, but it also reversed itself. I watched it reverse itself. And I like that in reverse. Because, first of all, it's coming over the Five of Swords, right? The Seven of Swords talks about untrustworthy energy. I feel like what it's saying to you, again, I feel like this ace, whoever this may be, whatever's coming in through the Ace of Swords, again, it feels like there's an antenna involved for some reason. And listen, maybe you're still in that five. I feel like it's saying, because the Seven of Swords in reverse, it's then trustworthy energy, right? In trustworthy energy. It may have been a long time coming. That's what the Nine might be saying. Like, hang in there. And, you know, if you're not getting what it is that you want or need, think about where is your own energy. Remember, you know, like, don't forget that power you have. We have the Hierophant, card of Taurus. We are in Taurus moving into Gemini energy. That may say that something is, whatever coming within this Ace of Swords is coming very soon. I kind of feel that. I also love that the Hierophant, you know, first of all, the Hierophant's coming over the Three of Swords. Is that not healing? Like, to me, that is so healing. And maybe that is part of what this health card is about. My prayers for healing miracles have been heard and answered. Some of you, it's like you're freeing yourself mentally. But some of you, I feel like there's a healing here. It just feels like healing here with the Hierophant over that Three of Swords. Right? But it's like once that healing takes place, again, we're back at a 5. Let's make change, right? Let's not live in it. So I do feel like there's a healing. Here's key, and I'm looking at the keys, like the keys to the kingdom. It's interesting too, because he feels like he's holding off some of this heavy energy for you. Almost like removing it from your shoulders. Interesting. Some of you, you're hearing from a Taurus. All right. I want to go right below. Interesting. Okay, so they all reverse themselves, and they're in the, they flipped around, face up. 4 of Cups. I don't mind seeing that at all. Because the 4 of Cups is like, you know, where I dream, like, I dream a dream, I dream my life to be, right? Now, in the 4 of Cups, now I'm starting to move into it. Right? What once was a dream now may be becoming my reality. You know, this is because of you and your energy. You know, what are you doing? You're taking chances. You're not living in the past. Listen, you can't always separate yourself from, like, you know, let's say it's a work, you know, or even in home, like, and there's toxic energy and you just can't, you know, it's like, well, I can't leave, Sandy. No, you can't, but you can. There's a lot of things you can do. You can go for long walks, like, you know, because I feel like if ultimately what you want to do is leave, I feel like the way will be shown to you. But you want to clear your mind. You know, I heard a saying, like, where do you find spirit at? Between the inhale and the exhale of the breath. Anyways, I like seeing that. We have the Empress, but the Empress is in reverse. And then we have the Devil. Devil's in reverse. Card of Capricorn. You know, can certainly be a Capricorn for some. But what I really want to say, I feel like, is, again, can I have, like, you're telling me to go ahead and give love a chance, Sandy. You know, what if I get hurt again? Well, you know, don't go give love a chance again to someone who you already know is going to hurt you. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you've learned a lot. Like, you can read the signs of, you know, or allow yourself to, right? Because I feel like this ace coming in, it feels like it's coming from really divine type energy. That doesn't mean, remember, if it's in a human being, humans, you know, we're imperfect. But I feel like trustworthy is not a problem. I feel like you are the Empress. And I feel like, again, it's like that energy of some saying yes and some saying no. All right, I just want to look at the Empress that's in reverse. We have the King of Cups. Can be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Star. First of all, it's your card of Aquarius. But this is about manifesting your dreams, your hopes, your wishes. I mean, truly, that's what it's about. It's about manifesting. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. But it is interesting how we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles on both sides of this. Interesting how the Page of Pentacles is connected to this King and the Queen over here. Now listen, it doesn't matter what your sign is. I want you to think of it that way. Because if this is talking about a previous relationship or someone I previously, maybe someone I knew in school, because I feel like this King knows of this Page of a younger time. Or it could be someone who's a little bit older too at the same time. But I find it interesting that this King and this Queen are both learning, not just learning, like learning how to manifest, right? Manifest. Listen, I already know how to manifest bad, right? I spent half my life doing it. Now I'm going to learn to manifest good. Like I'm going to truly learn how to manifest through my energy. That's what the Star is doing. She's nurturing that energy, right? She's filling her pond of her dreams, right? Her intentions, add to the earth as above, so below. Both of these people are looking at this star. I wanted to know why the Empress was in reverse, right? Is that what I looked at? I think so. So this page tells me that it's attached to the Empress, and that's why I'm feeling for some this can talk about a younger energy. And listen, maybe you just have not been ready. Maybe have not been ready. But I want to say with the Queen of Pentacles, her specialty is seeing the details, right? The details that other people miss, sometimes even yourself. Because I feel like what this is saying, the more real and open and honest I can be with myself, the better I'm going to serve myself, right? Sometimes it's easy to get pulled into drama that just doesn't serve us, right? It's earthly type energy, but it's like your soul is looking for something else. It's looking for the manifestation of this dream. So, I don't know, guys. Anything else I want to look at? Well, let me just ask a question, because I feel like, will this Empress turn around? Will this Empress turn around? She doesn't have to. Completely up to her, right? We have the Nine of Cups. Well, maybe not. But I tell you one thing with this Empress. First of all, the Nine of Cups is about inner harmony, right? But the Empress in reverse, I'm not sure she has that. I'm not sure she's found that. Again, how do I find my inner harmony? I can't fill up my mind and my heart and my body with the things that didn't work, right? I'm better off learning from them as much as I can. Listen, there may be people that I love who just feel toxic sometimes. You need to do what you need to do. So I feel like, maybe it's saying coming to your own inner harmony first would flip this Empress around. It's like, I don't even care if this Empress, if she flips around, stays in the Nine of Cups, because this is lovely energy too. But it's saying goodbye to anything that's toxic. right? It doesn't say that I won't have challenges in life, but what it's saying is I myself have found an inner harmony within myself. I found my spirituality. Not everybody has. That's why that Empress is in reverse. But again, the Ace of Cups, it's unconditional love. So, I think this is talking about love. I think it's talking about life, right? And I think it's like, it's almost like, the Ace of Cups is pure love, right? But the Tower and the Five of Swords, this human type energy, emotions that pull us in, that tie us up, that hold us back. And it's not about regret, like, man, I should have been smarter. You'll get smart when you get smart, and that's fine. Reminds me of an old show I used to watch as a kid, Get Smart. I feel like this reading is just about being truly realistic with yourself. And then I feel like, listen, I feel like the Ace of Swords is some type of communication coming in. And it may come in while you are still in, not the easiest of energies. For some of you, this may bring a sense of joy to your soul. I feel like there's some of you who have a mother who's also in spirit, and maybe at one time, like, you felt her guidance and you don't feel it anymore. Doesn't mean that her guidance isn't there, right? It's just being clouded by earthly things, energy. Some could have lost a mother, and family it could then become drama filled. I don't know. I don't want to tell you what to do. But you can't take it with you. You can't take it with you. So I feel like live. All right, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. Eight of Cups under that Ace of Cups. And then we have the Four of Pentacles on the bottom of this deck. Funny, I just said I was going to leave it there. Four of Pentacles is just saying, be careful not to hold too tightly on to, the way things must be. Let's not kid ourselves. From the Tower to the Eight of Swords, it's showing us exactly why energy or these walls have been built. Almost like, I feel like, well, that's it. Life is over. This is it. But it's not. And listen, I felt that many times in my life, and then something new opens up. It's just the way life is. So, anyway, let me read health, because I feel like some of you need to hear this. Health. This card comes to you as reassurance that your prayers about health and healing have reached heaven above. They may be answered differently than you expect, however, so it's important to stay alert and open to your intuitive feelings, which guide you in action steps. Take them, even if they seem illogical or unrelated to your prayers. Mother Mary sends you and your loved ones her blessings. Like her, you can receive and transmit God's magnificent healing love. You may even feel called to conduct healing sessions professionally, and this card assures you that your calling is fully supported by heaven. Wow, I'm glad I read that. There's a couple people that just come to mind who say, God's not answering my prayers. And I feel like, we all feel that way at times. But sometimes maybe what we want isn't, I don't know, but maybe what we want is not what's best. So maybe it's being answered in a different way. I don't know. I think, you gotta find that like within yourself. But it's definitely, prayers are reaching heaven. Now, what's the earthly form going to do? I love you guys. I thank you guys. I thank you for just keeping my channel alive. I thank you for choosing my reading. I hope it brings you clarity. I know it seemed difficult, but I hope you see the beauty in it, and the potential of what can be, right? And the more I think about bringing my own energy to a certain level, it's almost like that's how I guarantee myself. I don't have to keep praying. I mean, I want you to pray, but it's like a lot of things I can do on my own. I can do on my own. Much like that Eight of Swords, right? Self-created prison. No one can uncreate it but you. But it's saying that you can. So, all right. I love you guys. I will see you next time at my table. Bye-bye.